What's up, and welcome to Fight City Gym Talk. You are here with Eric Wallin. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, here's a question I get all the time. At what age should I start my kids in boxing? There's two ways to answer that question. First, I'm going to say it like this. At what age should I get my kids involved in boxing? Maybe go to a gym, get them signed up to train boxing, start punching bags, hitting mitts, stuff like that. When it comes to having your kids training in boxing, whenever you want, doesn't really matter. I do see that kids below the age of 7, they only have a very small attention span. And in my 45-minute to an hour class, the kids that are 7-ish don't last very long. So I would recommend kids older than 7. Now, if you understand how to do mitts and you know some boxing workouts yourself, and you want to do it with your kids at age 4, 5, and 6, whatever. Now, the next part of this question is, at what age do I allow my kids to start actually fighting? That's a totally different question, because now we're talking about at what age do I let my kids get hit in the head? At what age do I let my kids hit somebody else in the head? At what age do I let my kids get possible broken noses, fat lips, and concussions? So once again, it's a totally different question. What age do I allow my kids to start training? And what age do I allow my kids to actually fight? I'm just going to say what I plan on doing. I have one son that's 13, has no interest in boxing. And that's fine. I don't care. He doesn't have to box. Now, with my 3 other kids, I have 3 kids under the age of 3. With those kids, if they want to box, they may not want to, but if they want to box, I will allow them to start training whenever they want. But that's because I know how to do mitts, I know how to train, I know a lot of boxing workouts, so this might just be stuff at home. At about the age of 7, I'll let them start coming to my kids' boxing class. When they're involved in my kids' boxing class, they're going to work with the other kids. They might get called out to spar. I'll let my kids spar sometimes, not all the time. When I say sometimes, maybe once a month, once every other month. They don't need to be sparring all the time. So here I am, maybe I got a 7-year-old kid that spars once a month, every other month. Maybe I tell him, hey, if he gets his bell rung, I might say, hey, let's take 3 or 4 months off. Let's not worry about sparring for now. At what age do I let my kids actually start boxing if they really, really want to? I would say, honestly, at like age 14. And then I still would only let them really fight maybe like once a year. So they box once at 14. They box again at 15. At age 16, I might let them box, say, twice a year. 17, twice a year. Now, here's the deal. At 18, they can do whatever they want. They're now adults. So, in my opinion, if my kids loved boxing, by the time they turned 18, if they kind of did what I was talking about, maybe they have 4 or 5 fights before they turn 18 years old. And those are all very like intermittently spaced a few years apart. And then sparring, once again, I'm having them spar very little. So what's my goal in all this? My goal is to preserve my kids' brains. Here's the deal. Odds are, statistically speaking, my kids are not going to be great professional boxers. I'm just going off statistics. Maybe because they've got good genes, maybe because they love it, maybe because they see me doing it, they see me teaching it, they want to do it all the time. But once again, I'm still going to go by the law of averages. The law of averages say my kids probably are not going to go pro. They're probably not going to make money doing this. And so I'm just going to let them do it if they want, but I'm going to very much only allow them to spar and actually box so often. Does that mean I'm not giving my kids a chance to become world champs? They're probably not becoming world champs anyway. So the fact is, I'm way more concerned about their brains than I am about whether or not they become a boxing world champ. Anyway, you might agree, you might disagree. Don't forget to comment, tell me your opinion when you think kids should start boxing. Once again, I think kids below 7 are not old enough. They don't have the attention span. Kids above 7 can start boxing. And honestly, the kids who get the most out of my kids program are kids who just want to work out, parents who want to take their kids somewhere safe, hang out with good friends, be involved with good activities. And at the end of the day, my kids class, it ends up being they learn how to box, they drill some fundamental techniques, they get a great workout at the end in conditioning, and they all go home laughing, smiling, and happy. So if that's what your kids need, then absolutely. But they don't have to spar and they don't have to fight. Anyway, like, subscribe, comment, and hopefully you see me soon.